Chick-fil-A is starting a streaming service. A French star wanted his dog buried with him when he died. And the world's oldest man has a secret to longevity. You'll be fascinated to learn what it is. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News. It's the only daily weird news podcast hosted by an out-of-breath comedian in a closet. Help me. Chick-fil-A is planning to launch a streaming service featuring some original shows. The fast food giant Chick-fil-A has ruffled some feathers over the new reports, claiming the company is working to expand its chicken sandwich and waffle fry empire into the entertainment space. Chick-fil-A is moving quickly to create its very own streaming platform with a slate of original and licensed content. I'm guessing they're going to show a lot of chick flicks. Come on, guys. Chick flicks. They're going to call it Flick-fil-A, maybe? Flick-fil-A. Oh, the puns. How do you do it, Jonesy? A lot of weed. That's how I do it. Lots of weed. All right, let's jump into the specifics of what this programming is going to be. This is going to be some propaganda spreading tasty chicken and Jesus or both. It says here the company's reportedly in talks with various Hollywood production companies to create what they're calling family-friendly, mostly unscripted original shows. Oh, I wonder what some of these shows are going to be. It's probably going to stream anti-LGBT content 6 days a week and then be down for maintenance every Sunday is my guess. Yeah. Now, Variety has reported that Chick-fil-A has secured a game show from Glassman Media, creators of The Wall, and a 10-episode series by the talent company Sugar 23, whose CEO Michael Sugar produced the movie Spotlight and the show 13 Reasons Why. I haven't seen any of that stuff. I do enjoy Chick-fil-A sandwiches, though. I don't get the classic chicken. I like the what's the one that comes with the lettuce and tomato? See, a lot of these chicken sandwiches, they're not serving lettuce and tomato. The Chick-fil-A one, the classic one, just comes with a pickle. Like, how do you not serve tomato and lettuce with every chicken sandwich? That should be the classic, but unfortunately, you gotta ask for the deluxe or whatever it is. Anyways, I'm not gonna go on a rant about Chick-fil-A. They do have very, very long lines at the drive-thru, though. They're doing something right. I think it's the sauce. We'll see if anyone wants to enjoy their reality sauce. Reports of the Chick-fil-A streaming platform came as an unexpected bombshell to many skeptics on social media. One doubter posted on Twitter, "I like some of the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. What the F do they know about streaming, though? What do they know about streaming? They know sandwiches, not streaming." Somebody joked that the Chick-fil-A streaming platform would not function on Sundays since the restaurant has historically closed on the day because the company's Christian founder observes the Sabbath, which maintains Sunday is the day of worship and rest. A lot of other people are pointing to Chick-fil-A's past donations to anti-LGBTQ organizations and speculated whether or not the brand's streaming platform would also be centered around Christianity. You better believe it's going to be centered around Christian themes and values. Of course it will. Why would you think otherwise? Yeah, I'd expect to see some shows in that realm, of course. Maybe some sort of lineup like 90 Day Pray the Gay Away. How about a Straight Eye for the Queer Guy? Everybody's favorite sitcom, My Wife, My Property. Bachelorettes for Jesus. No Premarital, Sex in the City. Game of Bones. Because chicken bones? Okay. How about Pastor's Got Talent? And the Spring Break reality series, Nuns Out, Buns Out. Come on, guys. Nuns Out, Buns Out. Oh, man, I should get paid more for this. I don't know who's going to enjoy this Chick-fil-A streaming services. There's already too many streaming services. You can't afford all of them. Darling, I heard you like chicken, so I got you chicken TV so you can watch chicken while you eat all the chicken. Okay. A French film star wanted his dog buried with him, but the dog gets to live. That's good news. This story's out of Paris. Before he died last week, French film icon Alain Delon once suggested that he wanted his beloved sheepdog Lubo buried with him when he died. To the relief of animal lovers all around France, Lubo will be allowed to survive, thankfully. What kind of maniac makes a request like this? When I die, I want my dog, euthanized and then put in the coffin with you? Nah, this doesn't sound like a very good person. Just put a stuffed teddy bear in there. He won't know the difference. I've never heard of this actor, by the way. Alain Delon. Anyone know who this guy is? Seems like the kind of person that refers to himself in the third person a lot. Delon is an internationally acclaimed and prolific actor and producer. International? I think this guy's just famous over in Europe is what's going on here. He died Sunday, aged 88. He was quoted in an interview with Paris Match, claiming that he wanted Lubo, a Belgian Malinois that he adopted in 2014, his trusty dog, to be buried with him. Here's a quote from him. I've had 50 dogs in my life, but I have a particular relationship with this one. If I die before him, I'll ask the veterinarian for us to live together. I prefer this to knowing that he would let himself die on my tomb amid so much suffering after my death. Oh, this guy thinks his dog is just going to go weep on his tomb and die. This guy has a very inflated opinion of himself, it seems. Which makes me very pleased that I butchered the French accent when doing an impression of him. That's what he does. He doesn't deserve a perfect French accent from me, which I could have done if I chose, but I did not. I'm kidding. I can't really do a good French accent at all, as you already know. Okay, back to this guy, Elaine, who seems to think that he's some kind of Egyptian pharaoh or like a Viking chieftain wanting some sort of Stone Age burial when they just put your wife and your pets in your grave with you. Just kill them off and put them in there. Yeah, you're an actor, not a pharaoh, bro. Someone needs to tell. Well, he's not around, so. After his death, apparently animal rights activists and concerned citizens raised the alarm about the fate of the dog Lubo. There were countless phone calls to the Society for the Protection of Animals in France asking about the fate of the dogs. The president of the SPA says, our phone lines were saturated. I think that means their phone lines were busy. I don't really know French. Now, they eventually contacted the family, who said the question was not even raised and that they were going to let the dog live. They say that he has a home in Douchy. Douchy? Is that how you say it? Is it Douchy or Douchy? I think it's Douchy. You're living in Douchy. Like a croissant in Douchy. French words are so funny. Les douches. I'm enjoying a croissant with my fiancé in a douche. Well, I, for one, am a dog lover, and I'm very grateful that the family of this man didn't act out his insane dying wishes, which are obviously the product of psychopathy, major psychopathy, egoistic megalomania to a sociopathic level. The folks who actually love their pets don't make requests like that. They actually put aside some cash, like a trust fund for the future care of the animal, which is the right thing to do, in my opinion. I don't have a dog currently because I travel too much, but I would like to eventually get one. Currently, I'm feeding the squirrels that hang out on my balcony outside. They like roasted peanuts, which I get at the Spanish market down the street. And I've left aside a couple of bundles of the peanuts in case I pass on so that my roommate can continue feeding the squirrels. Because I care about animals and nature. I'm into it. The world's oldest man just celebrated his 112th birthday, and he's imparting some wisdom of longevity onto us all. I can't wait to hear what it is. His name is John Tinniswood. He lives in Merseyside, which is in the UK. He shared the reason that he believes he's lived such a long, prosperous life. Our buddy John was born in Liverpool on August 26th, 1912, the same year that the Titanic sank. He became the oldest man in the world in April this year. And not that he did anything proactive, he just stuck around. That's how you become the oldest person. The other people die out that have the oldest person record, and then you're the last person standing. Okay, we got some advice from this guy John on how to live a long, prosperous life. The retired accountant and great-grandfather said moderation is the key to a healthy life. Yeah, I knew that. Moderation. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of booze, a little bit of ladies. He never smokes, he says. Pretty rare for somebody living in the UK. From someone from Liverpool not to smoke cigarettes. I'm Paul and I smoke cigarettes. And I'm John and I smoke cigarettes. And I'm Ringo. I smoke cigarettes and other things as well. He says he rarely drinks. He also rarely drinks. I thought the pub life was a thing over there. Okay. He follows no special diet except for fish and chips every Friday. Love that, John. That's how you do it. But ultimately, John says, to live this long, the key is pure luck. You either live long or you live short, and you can't do much about that, is the quote. Yes, you either live long or you live short. You can't do much about it, Sometimes you just die, you die. Yes, sure. Take John, for instance. John just died. Yes, the guy just died. Okay. All right. They asked our buddy John here, how does it feel to be turning the ripe age of 112? And he said, quote, well, in all honesty, no different. I don't feel that age. I don't get excited over it. It's probably why I've reached it. I just take it in my stride like anything else. Why I've lived that long, I have no idea at all. Come to think of it, I can't think of any special secrets at all. I was quite active as a youngster, did a lot of walking. Whether that had something to do with it, I don't know. But to me, I'm no different to anyone. No different at all. I think this is the key to just not give a damn. Just to be completely indifferent to it. That's what. Don't think about it. You know what I mean? As soon as you start thinking about it, that creates anxiety. Anxiety makes the blood boil and the pressure goes up. And then you have yourself a little heart attack, That's why you don't worry about it. Now, they also asked John, does he think it's better now than during the time he was born, about a century ago? And he said, quote, it's no better in my opinion, or hardly any better than it was then. Probably in some places it is, but in other places it's actually worse, I've noticed. Now, other than eating his weekly battered fish and chips that he loves, he was asked if he follows any particular diet. He said, I eat what they give me. So does everybody else. I don't have a special diet or anything. John, not everybody just eats what they give you. This isn't prison, so I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, I just eat like what they give me, like everyone else. I just get in line. What are you talking about, John? John survived both world wars, and he's the world's oldest surviving veteran from World War Dos. World War Dos. I almost said World War Doce, which is 12 in Spanish. Got to be careful with that. All right. Anyways, this story reminds me of a joke I've been doing lately about when people turn over 100 years old, they always ask them what the secret to long life is. And I love when their answers involve unhealthy lifestyles. I really do. It's just like, it's validation for the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like, this guy eats fish and chips all the time and doesn't really care about anything. You're like, yes, you want to see a guy live this long. I don't want them to interview someone and then the lady's like, kale, I eat kale every day. That's how I've gotten this far on. I'm like, no, man. I want to hear, I smoke a half a pack a day and drink 3 Guinness. This is how I've made it this far. That way the rest of us can have the confidence that maybe we can do it too. Look, I'm not going to eat Brussels sprouts every day. I just can't do that. I'm not going to lay off the pizza. I'm not going to lay off the booze. I'm just not. There's been some good ones too. Remember that lady that said she drank like 3 Dr. Peppers every day? That lady knows what's up. Another lady's answer was amazing. She's like, how I've lived this long? Stayed single. No kidding. Anyways, John seems a little grumpy and just doesn't really care that he's lived this long, but we got to give him a shout out for doing it. And next year, he's going to be a teenager for the second time in his life. Isn't that pretty cool? Now, my question to you guys, would you want to live this long? I don't think I want to go 112. I don't think I want to do 92, if we're being honest. That's just not going to be bueno. As soon as I'm drooling on myself, I can't see anything, and my penis doesn't work, I'm just like, forget this. What's there to live for at that point, right? What do you guys think? Call the show 646-450-2012. When I'm lying in my bed at night, I don't want to grow up. Nothing ever seems to turn out right. I don't want to grow up. Any Tom Waits fans out there? I was thinking about that when I was thinking about getting old. I don't want to get old. I don't want to grow up. Never have. Never will. Look at me. I'm in a closet. Highly caffeinated. Doing horrible French accents. Singing songs in here for very little money. Just being goofy. But I'm happy. This is happy. This is happiness. I think. I seem happy. Anyways, hope you guys had a nice weekend. That you're happy, too. I hope you're happy. And that you had a good weekend. I had a very lovely pool party with my softball team on Sunday, which was nice. I brought my big speaker and ran the karaoke machine. I set up karaoke basically, and that's a good thing to do for a party because then you don't have to bring food or drink. You just drink everybody else's drink and eat their food, and you're like, well, I brought the karaoke, bam, and then But we know who I really brought the karaoke for. It was for me. It was for me, so I could sing all day by the pool. Anyways, what else? I had some shows, and I had some laughs, and that was cool. Worked with a very, very famous classic legend comedian named Wendy Liebman. I don't know if you know who Wendy Liebman is, but Wendy Liebman put me on her show. Was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. And then she gave me a nice little card, and she wrote that I'm a fan of you, Jonesy, and I almost died when I read it, when I got into my car. Wendy Liebman, a fan of me. I'm like, ugh, kill me. Kill me. One of the best joke writers I've ever seen is a fan of me. I was just blown away by that. Anyways, good things happen sometimes, Just keep your eyes open, guys. Just stay in the game. Good things. Don't stay too long in the game, though. 112 is a little much, I think. I don't know what John's doing over there. But I hope he continues to have his fish and chips every Friday. Anyways, I guess that's about it. I don't want to waste your time. I just appreciate you. Let you know I appreciate you. If you want to support the show, go to weirdafnews.com, and there's some ways in which you can do that. Also, just a reminder, there's one final team left in our Patreon Fantasy Football League, so send me an email if you'd like to join that. Well, you have to join the Patreon, though. You have to join the Patreon, but it doesn't cost any extra. So join the Patreon, and then hit me up. The link is in there. You can just join and then click on the link and get in that Fantasy Football League. We'll have a draft coming up in about a week, and then we'll get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun, so please consider joining the Patreon and being part of that. Appreciate you.